Hit straight down the ground and hit all the way for 6.
To go in the power play, they hit 84 runs. Thanks, Marley.
But look at that. No running. Once he did it, just stood dead still.
His partners followed him.
Yeah.
So this could be a good sign for everybody watching. Don't leave the sets. This is going to be box office.
He's looking a bit like the Terminator at the moment.
Oh, awesome. Unbelievable batting this. He's making batting look so very simple. No wonder he's rated as the best young player.
Oh, this is genius. We are watching something.
The captain of English Mania Cricket Club, Deepak Jain, is on the strike.
It's a good shot from him. He's got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over. And of course the Australians are very excited about the fact that they've come back from 2-0 down in the series, and now it is 2-all. Great pressure on him as the skipper in front of the home crowd. Capacity crowd expected at Liberty Life Wanderers. Some 32,000 people are going to be crammed in here today. Conditions are absolutely ideal for cricket. No rain expected. The ground staff have assured us of that, and the pitch is an absolute beauty. If they get off, there might be a chance. That's good. That's 4.
That's gone. Square driven.
Oh, huge shot. 6 more.
6 for him.
Well, he's just punished this.
But look at that. No running. Once he did it, just stood dead still.
Look at that one.
Goes through the offside with tremendous power.
Well, what entertainment is this? And like I mentioned, he is a terrific all-round player.
This is a serious cricketing shot. Bang, pitch it up. You keep your field, I'll still pick the gaps. Scramble seam and someone bowling at almost 150 kilometers an hour.
Why do we have boundaries here? Oh, the boundaries are only in our minds, not on the ground.
His natural swing, and look at that, it's dented the roof. It's made a mess of that roof.
Oh, huge shot. 6 more.
You cannot drop your length by an inch.
Yes, because he's so quick to transfer his weight. Look at the way he just swiveled onto the back foot and getting his half century with that. Just transferring his balance. Oh, lovely shot.
Full of class. Most importantly, it's been an intelligent innings.
Oh, good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Oh, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89. That's 7 off the over.
Class player. He's proved it in India, scoring double. Want to prove it all around the world. He's done it here. The MCG.
That ends proceedings. Watch these scenes now. Out to the tournament. Look.
Going to be box office.
This is the best shot. Waited for the ball to come onto him. Sees through the offside.
Lovely shot.
Looking a bit like the Terminator at the moment.
Shot it.
That's away on the leg side. Shorter boundary again, and that's another boundary. So 3 boundaries in the last 4 balls between Andrew Hall and also and Kadic has now moved to 18, and they're not going to miss out on anything. It's a little bit leg side. In fact, it's not. It's more like middle stump. He's hit that beautifully, and that's gone. A long way back for half a dozen.
Not 5 rows, not 10, not 20. More than that. Almost right out the ground. Way, way back.
He's on the Terminator at the moment. He's showing no weakness, no pain. This over could go for 30. Travis Head, what a risk goal. He's not. This could go for 30. Line spun in the power plays.
He's got it away, that's 4. Take that. Short delivery. And it got the treatment it deserved.
Just have a look against the Renegades against the Hurricanes a couple of games ago. In the power play, they hit 84 runs. Thanks mainly to that man striding out to the crease.
There's a little bit of intense in the way that he's walking out to the middle there. Normally he's cool, he's second to the wicket.
Stump. Straight again. 4 again.
Well, you can clearly see it's a good batting track. Ball comes on nicely. Good for driving.
Batting or his technique.
Oh, beautiful shot. Through the covers. Into the fence for 4. You can't afford to bowl half volleys. Certainly not to David Boone. He may have missed it 1 or 2, but boy, once he gets going, he really is magnificent to watch. Have another look at this shot.
Despite the fact that there's been a lot of rain, the outfield quite fast. That wasn't such a bad delivery. It certainly swung. It was just the width.
That's away on the leg side. Shorter boundary again, and that's another boundary. So 3 between Andrew Hall and also and Kadic has now moved to 18, and they're not going to miss out on anything. It's a little bit leg side. In fact, it's not. It's more like middle stump. It's still worked away. It's one of the strengths of these 2 left-handed openings.
A couple of balls, can go back.
Straight down the ground. That's going for 6. That's gone. Yes! That's gone for 6. That relieves the pressure a little bit and doubles the pressure on the bowler.
Well, I was just going to say, South Africa ought to win it. You can't accuse them of choking. It's been a brilliant performance from them. They were so superb up front. Now, I'm going to say, there were 3 or 4 overs from front of up.
All the way. Don't worry about trying to catch that one. It just kept going. 3 or 4 rows back, but enough.
This is the best shot. Waited for the ball to come onto him. He's through the offside.
Yes, he's saying that is the deeper side of the... Just waits, dangles out the leg.
And he's took that one away too. Just straying down the leg side. He plays the pull shot so well. He rides with it. Anything on the leg side, he's dynamite.
Well, Mark Boucher came up to the stumps, and immediately Roger Telemarcus had him come straighter. Outside off stump, straight.
Netherlands now playing for Nantes in France, and it was surprising because you think about all these constantly speaking with him. There's an app on the phone that has video clips from every match.
Striding out to the crease.
And again, oh, that's gone! That's gone! That's gone way, way up! A huge 6. Well, who would believe what is happening here? The most 6s in a match is 21, and they've now got to 21.
It's a good shot from, he's got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over.
Well, yeah, it's not a bad length, that.
He goes long! Oh, you've got a man beside you! Chris fastest ever T50.
Long.
T20, 12 deliveries. He brings up his 50. What about the celebration? Yes, it's me. It's me, the world boss is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
He's on the Terminator at the moment. He's showing no weakness, no pain. He's not.
Just
could go for 30.
Spin in the power plays. He's gone after spinners before, adding Sandler and co.
7-6 in his hit now.
And of course the Australians are very excited about the fact that they've come back from 2-0 down in the series, and now it is 2-all. Great pressure on him as the skipper in front of the home crowd. Capacity crowd expected at Liberty Life Wanderers.
Just said value for shot. You get
good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Well, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89. That's 7 off the over.
just a little prod. Made sure he middled the ball.
That's away on the leg side. Shorter boundary again, and that's another boundary between Andrew Hall and also and Kadic has now moved to 18, and they're not going to miss out on anything. It's a little bit leg side. In fact, it's not. It's more like middle stump. It's still worked away. It's one-handed opening batsman.
And again, oh, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone way, way up. Huge six. Well, who would believe what is happening here? And they've now got to 21.
What a stroke. Fetch there.
The captain of English Mania Cricket Club, Deepak Jain, is on the strike.
6 in a row. Yeah. There's a man sitting around. He won't go there. 6 in a row. It's a huge over to get things out of the way. The big man from Jamaica gets the perfect start. 27 off it. And we are only 1 over in.
Well, this is Deepak Jain on the strike.
Oh, good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Well, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89.
Prize, of course, get the man forward. And
well played. That's the area he loves. Don't pitch it up without a deep mid-wicket. Well, because he'll dispatch it in that area.
Shortest of that, and the pitch is an absolute beauty. And it's a good one first up. There'll be some good carry here at the Wanderers.
well, you just said value for shot. You get it here at the Wanderers. It fairly flies off. Much more settled. Had to pitch one up a little bit more, just to see if there was any swing and if there was any movement off the track further up. That's first prize, of course. Get the man forward.
Here in commentary is that of Tony Gregg.
The captain of English Mania Cricket Club, Deepak Jain, is on the strike.
Oh, beautiful shot through the covers, into the fence for 4. You can't afford to bowl half volleys. Certainly not to David Boone. He may have missed it 1 or 2, but boy, once he gets going.
And again, oh, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone way, way up. A huge 6. Well, who would believe what is happening here? The most 6s in a match is 21, and they've now got to 21. He's got it away, that's 4. Take that. Short delivery, and it got the treatment it deserved.
From what happened in Trinidad, climbing the ladder certainly towards the Gold Cup next summer here on FS 2022.
Bang! Goodness me, that is huge. That has gone out of the ground. Maybe on the lunch table in that block of flats.
Well, I said he was searching for the boundary. What he's searching for is the block of flats beyond it. That's a... Well, I said he was searching for the boundary. What he's searching for is the block of flats beyond it. That's a monster. Just misses that. And probably hit it over there. Strays onto the stumps, and that's where you cannot bowl with a short boundary. Another 6. Round the wicket, John. Round the wicket.
The captain of English Mania Cricket Club, Deepak Jain, is on the strike.
I know you want it. down the ground. It's going to go all the way. Don't worry about trying to catch that one.
20-year-old 3 years ago. Really just one full season.
Lovely shot. Lovely shot.
बहुत बढ़िया शानदार शॉट मारते हुए दीपक सर.
Very honest with us yesterday, Matt Miazga, about how much he has matured as a person in the last 3 years, how much he has matured as a player, making his way up 2 seasons in the Netherlands, now playing for Nantes in France. And it was surprising, because you think about all these match.
Straight down the ground, that's going for 6, that's gone for yes! That's gone for 6. That relieves the pressure a little bit and doubles the pressure on the bowler.
Well, I was just going to say, if they had a go to win it, you can't accuse them of choking. It's been a brilliant performance from them. They were so superb up front. Now, they say, 3 or 4 overs from front of up.
Oh, beautiful shot through the covers, into the fence for 4. You can't afford to bowl half volleys. Certainly not to David Boone. He may have missed it 1 or 2, but boy, once he gets going, he really is magnificent to watch. Have another look at this shot.
Straight again. 4 again.
Well, you can clearly see it's a good batting track. Ball comes on nicely. Good for driving.
Oh, that's down the ground. It's going to go all the way. Don't worry about trying to catch that one. It just kept going. 3 or 4 rows back, but enough.
This is a great shot from him. He had a very quiet start, and then all of a sudden he broke loose. Continue straight back into things. It's right up there. Just showing us, and he can take on the straight boundary as well.
Well, what a beginning that would have been. Bill Laurie, it's a very good morning. What do you think?
He's got it away. That's 4. Take that. Short delivery. And it got the treatment it deserved.
Fortunately, umpire Ryan Aldridge, quite nervous, ruled not out in favour of the batsman.
His second loss in 2 years in charge. He took over 2 years ago this month. Neymar now to 2020.
Bang! Goodness me, that is huge. That has gone out of the ground. Maybe on the lunch table in that block of flats.
Well, I said he was searching for the boundary. What he's searching for is the block of flats beyond it. That's a monster. It's where you cannot bowl with a short boundary. Another 6. Round the wicket, John. Round the wicket.
And again, oh, that's gone. That's gone. That's gone way, way up. A huge 6. Well, who would believe what is happening here? The most 6s in a match is 21, and they've now got to 21.
What a stroke. Fetch there. He's hit that beautifully, and that's gone. A long way back for half a dozen. Not 5 rows, not 10, not 20, more than that. Almost right out the ground. Way, way back.
More runs. 4. Short boundary. He hasn't had much of the strike since Ponting came in, Simon Kadich, but he's got that on the way for 4. 150.
Right now, US really stepping up. They're not sitting back too deep, so playing a high line which leaves some space over the top, and it's going to be interesting to watch on this field, which is grass laid over the top of the turf. We were watching in training yesterday when some of those long balls.
US beginning what they're calling the kickoff series, 6 games the rest of this year.
Bang! Goodness me, that is huge. That has gone out of the ground. Maybe on the lunch table in that block of flats.
Well, I said he was searching for the boundary. What he's searching for is the block of flats beyond it. I said he was searching for the boundary. What he's searching for is the block of flats beyond it.
Livid. He's absolutely livid.
He's got it away. That's 4. Take that. Short delivery. And it got the treatment it deserved.
The captain of English Mania Cricket Club, Deepak Jain, is on the strike.
It was a really enjoyable chat with Miazga yesterday when he was a 20-year-old 3 years ago to really just one full.
Oh, beautiful shot through the covers, into the fence for 4. You can't afford to bowl half volleys. Certainly not to David Boone. He may have missed it 1 or 2, but boy, once he gets going, he really is magnificent to watch. Have another look at this shot.
Despite the fact that there's been a lot of rain, the outfield quite fast. That wasn't such a bad delivery. It certainly swung. It was just the width that was the trouble.
And the captain of English Mania Cricket Club.
Oh, good shot. He's hit that one over the top. Bouncing away down to the boundary. Well, he knew exactly what was needed this over. It's spoiled it a bit for Lewis. 89. That's 7 off the over.
The words of Matt Miazga, who's in there wearing the number 3, about climbing the ladder for the United States right now.
Crowd. Straight down the ground. That's going for 6. That's gone. Yes, that's gone for 6. That relieves the pressure a little bit and doubles the pressure on the bowler.
Well, I was just going to say, so the guy to win it, you can't accuse them of choking. It's been a brilliant performance from them. They were so superb up front. Now, I'm going to say, another 3 or 4 overs from front of up.
This month, Neymar now the permanent captain after a rotating captaincy ahead of the World Cup. The Meadows, Rodolfo told us earlier, made his debut and scored his first Brazil goal on this field 8 years ago.
It's a good shot from, got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over.
Good shape to the US right now defensively. Bobby Wood is the lone striker. He's shuffling across that midfield 3 that we talked about. They're
playing for Nantes in front.
It's a good shot from, got that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6.
They're checked in with in person every other month.
If they get off, there might be a chance. That's good. That's 4.
All these constantly.
It's a good shot from that away beautifully, nice and flat for 6. So there's a 6 off the first ball of the over.
Matt Miazga, this is excellent defending from him. He doesn't dive in, he times his tackle perfectly, just waits, dangles out the leg, and knocks it into Steffen's hands.
It was a really enjoyable chat with Miazga yesterday when he was a 20-year-old 3 years ago to really just one full season.
Top in the air, it's in the gap though. I think he's placed it pretty well. He has, and he'll get a boundary also. That's really good hitting.
Well, it's an outrageous shot, is this. The field is set back at deep long on and deep mid-wicket. Just mentioned he's seeing it like a football. He's moved on to.
Didn't quite get hold of that as he would have liked, but it's racing up to the mid-wicket boundary and will get there.
Whoa! Let's have another look. If that's not the longest 6, it's going to be very close. Monstrous.
Gambia offside, finds the boundary.
Well, that's what can happen with a bit of bounce in the pitch. You've got to be prepared to take a risk. Drive on the rise may mean that you edge it and get caught behind the wicket. But if you get it right, that's what happens. Boundaries are on offer. Excellent shot.
And 4.
You're going to have to bowl.
Up in the air, it's in the gap though. I think he's placed it pretty well. He has, and he'll get a boundary also. That's really good hitting.
Well, it's an outrageous shot, is this? The field is set back at deep long on and deep mid-wicket. Just mentioned he's seeing it like a football. He's moved on to...
Advancing. And 4 more. Goodness me, that's a boundary off the first ball of the over. Johan van der Vaart is starting to get some serious treatment here. Those figures are not looking very respectful these days. And
placed beautifully, timed beautifully, 4. There's a deep mid-wicket and there's a deep square leg. And this is the shorter area of the boundary, so the ball travelling very quickly. And 4. Whoa! Let's have another look. If that's not the longest 6, it's going to be very close. And more runs. Came beautifully off the bat. It's a good effort from the young man.